The healthcare industry is moving at a fast pace. An aging population, enrollment expansion, new regulations, and a new economy. Provider contract and network management has evolved in this environment. Member experience, provider engagement, value-based reimbursement are no longer buzzwords. They impact every aspect of your business. But you are an organization with many priorities. You have many departments that may not follow the same systems and processes. Documents may be in physical form. Data are entered manually and processes are error-prone. Communication is a challenge. If done manually, credentialing and configuring of provider information and loading these data into the core solution becomes unmanageable and non-compliant. Retrieving documents in Manhattan for the contracts drawn in Texas becomes a logistical nightmare. The manual process can make communication between different departments and providers a high challenge, especially while negotiating or reviewing contracts or later during provider disputes or inquiries. So, how do you manage the impact to your star ratings? How do you know if you are in compliance? How do you know if your network is adequate? How do you ensure that your employees, your members, and providers are satisfied? It might be time to consider a change. Newgen's Provider Contract and Network Manager is a modular software solution to address all provider contract and network management needs that your organization might be facing. With 3 core elements: contract lifecycle management, credentialing, configuration. Newgen can assure a seamless provider contracting and network management experience for your team, your enrolled members, and your providers. The first module is Contract Lifecycle Management. Initiation. Contract initiation in the solution can happen from multiple intake channels, such as a provider filling forms on a portal, a provider sending applications via email or mail, calling customer service, or a health plan representative filling forms. Provider search. The solution enables the author to search for the required provider within the health plan's internal database, such as a claims solution or external databases like CAQH, and then add them to the contract. If provider information cannot be pulled from any of the databases, the author indexes the information manually. Generate a draft contract. The solution provides the relevant pre-approved templates which will be used to generate the draft contract. It collects information around provider, vendor, compensation, and contract terms. The solution is designed to capture multiple tax IDs, multiple office site addresses, multiple providers, and multiple products in the same contract. The author uses the preview feature to make additional edits before generating the draft contract. Amend draft contract. Based on providers' specific requirements, the author can modify clauses or languages or terms. Based on the template selected, the solution limits what can be modified and to what extent. All the modifications are redlined for tracking purposes. Collaborate. Next, the author collaborates internally to amend the modified clause and language level approvals. Predefined workflows send the draft contract to concerned department for approval in parallel. Once the draft contract is approved at all levels, it is sent to the provider for negotiation. Negotiate. Built-in email or print and mail functionality can be used to send the draft contract to the provider. Any changes to the draft contract by the provider are tracked automatically within the document. Accept changes. After receiving the draft contract, the author accepts or rejects the changes prior to generating the final contract. Finalize contract. The final contract is then sent for internal review and approval within the solution. The next module is Contract Credentialing. While the contract is getting approved internally, a parallel task is initiated for validating the provider data and documents in the contract credentialing process. The system guides the credentialing specialist to perform a list of activities that are required for this contract and provider. They can raise exceptions in system if any discrepancies or missing information scenarios. These exceptions automatically notify the concerned department to take corrective action. Once these are resolved, the credentialing specialist can upload the secured credentialing document and data. Alternatively, the system can also complement health plan existing credentialing application by interfacing with them. After the credentialing process is completed, the task returns back to the author, indicating the final status of pass or fail. After approval and successful credentialing, the author sends the contract for signatures to the designated signatories of both the parties by specifying the signing sequence. The solution provides both e-signature and manual signature capabilities. When the signed contract is returned to the health plan, the solution automatically archives it as a PDF file. In case any contracts are returned as paper documents and manually signed, the scanning capability of the solution is used to scan and archive it as a PDF. As a next step in the process, the system assigns the case to the configuration specialist for the contract configuration process. The solution helps the configuration specialist locate the list of documents that are required for this contract, such as a W-9. The configuration specialist classifies the document and validates the data before configuring the contract into the claims processing solution. Configuring various elements of the contract can be done either manually or using auto-load functionality of the system. To perform an auto-load, the solution interfaces with the health plan's claims solution using standard technologies. The configuration specialist can raise exceptions at this stage if there are issues relating to missing or inadequate data or documents. Any delay in resolution triggers automatic reminders to the concerned user, and escalation emails are automatically sent to the department head. After the contract and provider information is successfully configured in the claims solution, a welcome letter is generated and sent to the provider. The letter has the information such as effective date, health plan provider ID, and customer service number. All the documents collected during this process and generated from the system are centrally archived. With 3 core modules, Contract Lifecycle Management, Credentialing, and Configuration, Newgen's Provider Contract and Network Manager makes it simple and efficient to retrieve a contract at the press of a button. The system automatically generates alerts so that renewal dates are not missed and process compliance is met. This integrated system is designed to reduce turnaround times by 50% or more. The level of automation can reduce errors and mitigate risks of erroneous data entry. The solution automatically triggers an approval cycle in case of any deviation. By doing so, it ensures proper compliance with regulations both at the state and the federal level. And it can still do more. Newgen's Provider Contract and Network Manager has additional functionality to support the needs of your organization. Search. All departments, whether they be claims, legal, provider operations, clinical service, complaints management, can search archived contracts, amendments, etc. using the search functionality of the solution. Search results show the required document and data in an intuitive way. Reports and dashboard. The solution provides out-of-the-box operational, productivity, compliances, and user performance reports. These reports can be generated manually on an as-needed basis or scheduled in advance and emailed automatically. Mobile access. The system can be accessed from tablets and smartphones to increase the efficiency by making the system available anytime, anywhere. But if you are still worried about star ratings or HIPAA or operational issues with implementing a new technology, we assure you that you should worry no more. Newgen's Provider Contract and Network Manager enables every health plan to securely exchange information within and outside the organization. Operational efficiency is improved by bringing all activities of multiple departments within one workflow system. Turnaround time is decreased by automating multiple activities and auto-prioritizing cases. Exception rates are brought down by applying validation and integrating with systems to facilitate enterprise-wide collaboration. It increases accountability by providing rights-based access at department and user levels. Newgen's Provider Contract and Network Manager allows you to solve any and all the challenges associated with provider contracting and network management. From provider validation to managing negotiations and document workflow through storage access and retrieval of contracts and associated documents to ongoing contract management and monitoring, Newgen's Provider Contract and Network Manager does it all. You can reinvent your workplace with Newgen. Let's begin now.